What's going on, Nobs? Can't hear you.
Big up to everybody. Please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. And welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Big up to Yassa, right in the house, bro. Listen, Yassa, if you want the link, let me know, man. I can buzz it over to you, brother. So let me know if you want to jump on. Feel free to jump on, bro. Can talk about the Chelsea and how they're doing, winning the World Club Champions. And, bro, listen, these guys, bro, they weren't messing about at all. Let me just quickly send this to D. So, D, just amuse the crowd while I just send this to D. But how you doing anyway, D?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Welcome to Normski TV, guys. Like, share, and all that good stuff. Yeah, and all that good stuff, mate.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, it's well, for Arsenal, I think it's activity going on for Arsenal. It would be nice. You know what I mean? We are treading water. I don't know. When I say we, I mean the team, which is Manchester United, the establishment, which is Manchester United, the great club, the mighty United that are behaving like they're a league below the actual league they're in. But I digress. We will get into it with Normski. We will get into it. But yeah, man, I'm good, Norm. Enjoying the weather still. And
just sent that to you, yes, man. So yeah, you jump on, man. I've just sent it to you, bro. Yeah, boy, D. Yeah. So let's go back. Let's rewind back. We'll talk about Man United in a minute and everything. Yes, let me just bring you Yassa.
Yes, man. In the house.
Well, he's trolling everybody. He goes into everybody's chat now. Now that he's the Club World Champion, now now that he's the Club World Champion, man, that's like, you know what I mean.
No, the trolling started. The trolling started when the Madueke thing happened, didn't it? Because I had to deal with people telling me it's not happening.
We'll talk about we will be talking about the Madueke thing. Yeah, we will be talking about that. But let's big up to you. But D, yeah, so just go around the room, find out how everybody is. So big up D, how you doing? Aside from your Man United things, and it's kind of like it's kind of like tumbleweed settings down there. It used to be with us now.
Man, yeah. Yeah, we were hoping that would jog our memory that we have to be active. But yeah, we're good. Family's good. A little bit concerned about Mum. She's not 100% to how she should be. But yeah, she's in good hands. So
big up Jason, man. What you saying, brother? Big up, brother. Big up, Jason.
Apart from that, we're good, man.
Yeah,
you know already. Yeah, you know already.
I don't need to ask how Yassa's doing. Yassa, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. In life and in football, you know, in both. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
No problems at all, bro. But yes, you know how to pin this thing. If you want to pin your link in the chat, man, feel free to do that, man.
All right, I'll do it now. You can pin it.
Yeah, you just do that, man. Pin your thing in there. Yeah, but listen, we are going to go into the show. We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Obviously concerning the transfer window, it's fully going. The wheels are going for some people.
Yep.
Some others, it's not really going. Do you know what I mean? And as I say, on the menu tonight, as you know, I like to send out my whole agenda and what we're going to be talking about tonight. So the first one is obviously we're going to be congratulating Chelsea, Club World Champions. And in the words of Steve Nichols, you can win the Prem. All right. So so this is one for you, bro. In the words of Steve Nichols, ex-Liverpool man, saying on ESPN, you guys can go on and win the Prem. So listen, the way you guys are playing, the way you're selling your players off to us and all that as well. You know what I mean?
I can't lie. You see, for me, I don't know when it happened. I think I wanted to play PSG because I knew that usually there's always excuses in it. As in, if you had Real Madrid, people would have said, the Real Madrid's not good enough. And then if you played another team, because remember, they already said our route was easy, but then the Brazilians were some of the best teams we watched play in that tournament, if you watched it. And then I was like, listen, but when it comes to tournament football, you just go with whatever he gets given. I mean, we lost against Flamengo, which put us on the better side of the draw. So it wasn't even something that you can plan. But from there on, it was like, okay, cool, avoided the big boys. But in a one-off game, I told everyone that I can use the word confident, but I wasn't 100% confident. I was like, okay, cool. In a one-off game, anyone can get beaten. The same way we beat Barcelona in 2011 or 12 it was when we beat them.
Yeah.
Final.
That
And then
crazy.
we beat Bayern Munich at their own home ground in the final. So there's a lot of things coming up to that I was like, I had to be confident. Big up. But yeah, I was confident, and then I think Northside was live an hour before the game, and I was on the way to actually watch the game with my friends. Yeah, I didn't do a watch along. I was like, "There's no point me doing a watch along when everyone wants to watch the game." So I jumped on, and he was like, "Oh, you got PSG," and I was like, "Bro, I'm not Arsenal, you know. I'm not. I think we can go there and do something." But obviously, the game that even if you thought you'd win, we didn't think we'd win that way. To fully dominate them, not let them have a sniff, score the goals, and then second half just basically just shut them off to the end and they just leave. Like, you can tell how rattled they were at the end, especially. Even in the game, I think Neves pulled the guy's hair, and I think one of their shots on target was when Enrique grabbed João Pedro's neck, bro. That's one of the shots on target. Besides that, you don't really remember anything else. But it was really the way we were set up. That was really one of the main parts, and everyone stepped up. Robert Sanchez, Nomsky, you've been watching my watch along there that season. Sanchez, you were coming in every time he was making a mistake, bro. So everyone really played really well, and yeah, you know what it is from that game. It's kind of what we thought the team can do, but was never doing. We always had an issue somewhere, whether it was someone in the back making a mistake, whether the goalkeeper was making a mistake, or Gusto was not playing well. But mainly our main issues were people not finishing their chances. Because we've always played good football, but it's just never the final first thing. Never, you know what I mean? Palmer, the amount of chances we create in the game, and then the Jackson weren't finishing or something like that, always held us back. But I can see it now. If we can keep going from this stage and build on that, I think we can be really dangerous. Especially that we've already got a lot of some players coming in, but we do have to sort out the backup for Cucurella, which I think so far we're hearing Hato, which isn't that the guy that was linked to you lot? Basically, they call him the left-footed timber because he's from Ajax.
Who's that? Sorry, I missed that.
Hato, the guy from
left back.
So we spoke to him today, and I think he's more left back, left centre back.
Big up to Views, man. Big up to you. Yo, since you're one of my mods as well, yes, I I've used his links in the chat for me as well.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I was on his show earlier on, the intervention. Great show. We'll take earlier one during my lunch break, you know what I mean? Then my phone overheated, and you know what I mean? Not that I rage quit Views. I didn't rage quit, brother. Yeah, it was like
I can't lie, no. I left as well. Did you remember? My phone was hot, and then someone called me, and then I just forgot to get back on.
I
was like, say goodbye. Big up to Views. I'll get his link in here now.
When is the Gokras here? We go, bro. We'll come on to that. Listen, but I'm getting PTSD over that team. We'll get onto that, bro. Don't worry about that. Yeah, sorry, yes, go on.
No, it's just that we still need to strengthen the team, and then if you look around and see the teams that are strengthening, they are going levels. They still keep going further and further away. So I feel like we still need to strengthen, but it's looking good for us so far. You know what I mean?
No, I hear that, man. I hear that. As London is still red, by the way. All right. Well, listen. You might have, and yes, I might have something to say about that. You know, they're very successful. I'll say that they're very successful, more successful than us right now. Yeah, I mean, because we ain't seen nothing apart from second place trophies and the best points tally and all of that trophy. That's the only thing we're seeing right now. But yeah, listen. As welcome back, bro. I knew you'd be on the show because your beloved Chelsea, club world champions. I'm Steve Nichols. Basically saying that, boy, the way you guys played in that final, you could go on and win the league. What's your thoughts? So I know you're a man that like to deflect and say, no, just give it time and everything. But the way you got João Pedro from Brighton, the way that guy's going on, bro. Listen, man, I thought you would come on with your dark. Well, mind you, when you come on with your dark glasses, means that
it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
So. Market opportunity, you know.
You know what I mean? Well, hey, listen, man. AJ, I've got nothing to say to you. I've got nothing to say to you. Yeah. If anything, AJ, I'm wearing the wrong shirt. need the one with the little golden thing that says World Champions for the next 4 years. Yeah, that's the one I need. I'm wearing the rock. So
I can't lie. Lewis went straight to the mega store, yeah.
Yeah.
I went and got the shirt with the badge and just came back home, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say, Yasa. Forgive me, everyone. I've come on the wrong. If you can see my name in the corner there, you know what I mean. So AJ, that's all I've got to say. And you know what I mean. We could talk about what colour London is once you've taken.
No, I just noticed what you just got there. Ed's World Champion. You have to realize that. What about? I should just eject you from this show, right? But no, listen, for guys, the way you went about, look, some people might say that PSG were tired and all of that, but listen, you have to play what's in front of you. You beat the European champions, something that Arsenal couldn't do. The tactics that you showed, listen, you didn't sit back. You literally sort of came out off the blocks, didn't give them no time, and you was hitting them on the break. Listen, they had two of the defenders, you know, first team defenders missing.
Yeah, but Hernandez went to Saudi because he got that red card. He missed the 2 games. He was already linked to Saudi. So, you know how some players stayed with the Club World Cup team that they were with just for that time, and then they've already signed somewhere else, like Sané did. Similar with him, and I think Pacho also got that red card, which kept him out of this game. And whoever that replacement guy is, he's already handed in his transfer request, bro. He got cooked and he's leaving PSG because he knows he can't go Paris after.
What's his name? Beraldo or something.
Beraldo or whatever his name is, bro. Yeah.
But no, guy, fair play to you. I didn't think that you guys were gonna go on and do it. You know what I mean? Obviously, you've got beaten during the competition, but listen, at the end of the day, I mean, look at what PSG done in terms of who they beat on their way there. You know what I mean? They took some you know, what they call them. What's the word? I want to find another word for it. You know what I mean?
Scalps, big scalps.
Scalps, some scalps. I was thinking of something else, but yeah, we'll go with the scalps for now. Took some big scalps, you know, on the way, but they just couldn't take the scalp of Chelsea, and Chelsea just showed them the way. You know what I mean? And you know, there's some people that said actually, you know, after them beating up Real Madrid, PSG beating up Real Madrid, you know, I was talking to another Chelsea guy, and he was saying there's no way we're going to go into that game playing like that. You know, if they do beat us, it's not going to be by the scoreline that they beat Real Madrid. But, you know, you're looking at scoreline 3-0, could have been more.
Could have.
Yeah, it could have been more. What was your thoughts on it? And the other thing as well, the Steve Nichols comments that the way if you play like that, he's putting you up for winning the league. Again, what are your thoughts on that as well?
Cool. Maresca has grown as a manager. We saw a stubborn Maresca in the early times at Chelsea, and times frustrating during the season. But she showed that he can be flexible with his tactics, and he needed to be, because you see what happened to Real Madrid with all them world-class players there: Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, you know, Tchouaméni, Rudiger. You keep going, right? Valverde. PSG picked that team apart, but Maresca looked at it. He studied, and he used what he had in his team. And there's only 1 or 2 players that are knocking on the door of world class at Chelsea, compared to the list I've just given you from Real Madrid. And he's worked with them. You know, we spent a lot of money. I think it also maybe says a lot about the model, about buying a lot of talent instead of big names. Maybe we've just gone and won. So now, if you ask me if it was Liverpool in that final, does Chelsea win 3-0? I would say no. I don't think so. And therefore, that then answers Steve Nichols' question. Can we win the league? Not sure we're at Liverpool's level yet. And Liverpool's won the league, and they've gone to strengthen too. They just won the league and sat on their hands. They've gone right. So, you know, I think we're taking a step forward. Definitely. We should now be, you know, fighting for the league, but winning the league. Let's see what happens. The transfer window is still open. Maybe if we bring in someone like Oshiman, maybe we have to say it. Maybe we have to. João Pedro's doing the business, but it's only 3 games. I was saying this the other day. He doesn't even know what Cobham looks like yet, my guys. He doesn't even know what Cobham looks like yet.
I forgot about that. You know, you came straight from the favelas to America, won a trophy.
Right, exactly.
Hey, D Norms Yassa. This guy was on the beach, you know, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was on the beach.
Yeah.
He's on the beach. got the call,
Scored
just turned
three
up,
in
done,
a-
done the video on the beach, and
Hi,
went
Jay.
straight to America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, but I
Liverpool,
mean,
Liverpool serious. Respect to them for what they've done
oh
last
yeah,
season.
they're very serious, and they're about to get even more serious, and we will come on to that. But
Yeah.
in terms of like, you still got to do more transfer business.
Yeah.
What are the areas that are left now for you to strengthen? And
Yeah.
is it likely? How many more players are we looking at potentially that you're going to bring in before this window closes?
It's interesting, Norms, because we've got some players that we pre-signed that hasn't joined us yet. So we've got Esteban to come in, Yassa.
Oh yeah.
Gittins, who was cut tied, that didn't get to play. So them two are two attacking signings. Just signed João Pedro, just signed Delap. Fabrizio says yesterday, Chelsea are looking for another attacker. Yeah.
Apparently, we're signing 3 more players or 3 attackers. I don't know what, because you know how he speaks. But I know he said we're signing 3 players.
I'm hearing that you're talking to one of our targets,
Eze. Now we spoke to the agents. We spoke to the agents.
What's going on, man? Just leave him alone.
I think there's going to be a bomb that goes off with, because Chelsea are talking to quite a few players. We're talking to Rodgers, talking to Kato, talking to Eze, and Etikite, but I think that one's gone on the back burner now. Now that we've got
Newcastle, possibly Liverpool.
But you never know what happens in that, because they could end up, if we just slap the money and they accept it, and then he's like, you know what, that's what happened with the Lavia thing. Okay, cool. You know, I was talking to these clubs earlier, or you know what, you lot are taking a mick. I'll just go over there. Because remember, it's a World Cup here, so some people just want to be playing. They don't want to be in teams where they're not exactly sure what's going on. But I think
wide open.
Yeah, for us, I think obviously we're gonna lose Nkunku and all of the usuals. Jackson is the one we don't know yet who's gonna come in for him yet. His thing's linked to the Rodgers thing, because if Aston Villa ends up buying him, we're gonna bid straight for Rodgers and get Rodgers.
D, I'm sorry to put this on you, but
it's coming out Trafford, mate. It's coming out Trafford. Trust me.
We'll talk about that. We'll come to that. We'll come to the
We'll leave the Jackson. We'll leave it.
I'm hearing that Liverpool just fired up.
Nah, I'm missing, but just don't be surprised.
Just fired up on X. If you can you hear me? I might.
Yeah.
You're good, no? You're good, no?
Just fired up on X. They just opened up talks with Eintracht Frankfurt over the sign of now obviously we know Newcastle put in a bid for him. I think it was something like 70 million. I don't know if it was 70 million euros or 70 million pounds, but they obviously rejected that. Now, obviously, we are going to come on. We're going to still deal with the Chelsea teams first. Before we come on to the Liverpool thing. But I mean, in terms of your areas, I mean, have you sorted out your goalkeeper and your defense? It looks like your attack is there. Obviously, your midfield is there, but you're still going for more attackers, as we well know. But what about your goalkeeper? Because I know that was an issue last.
My gosh, Sanchez has done the worst thing he could do to us as fans. He's gone and dropped a world-class performance in a final.
That's what I was going to say. Played with.
You know what it's like? It's like what Jesus does at Arsenal. When he comes back, when he gets close to a transfer window, he's fit. He starts scoring, and they say we don't need a striker now.
Hey, don't get these started, because he'll start telling you about Luke Shaw. Whenever a new signing's coming, that man they get fit quickly. I mean, same thing.
Same
thing. So
every season.
I'm worried about Chelsea looking at that and going, well, there's still a keeper in there. If we just hang on to him, I must admit, I want Sanchez gone, or he could be a backup keeper. We still need a number one. I think we need another centre back, if I'm honest. Fofana can't stay fit, and he's meant to be the number one.
Harry, Maguire, bro.
I'm
giving you man's options.
What I'm saying?
Man, that's not how you sell players, man. That's not how you sell players, man.
No,
D
knows the league inside out. And stays fit as well.
It's good business as well.
He does.
He stays fit.
Hey, Normski. I would have had that Christian Mosquera. I would have had him.
Mosquito.
I want to talk about that, and I know you probably watch him a bit more than me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I know much about him. I know Lee Gunner watches. the Liga he knows him well. Do you know what I mean? Apparently he's very fast and he can't hit the ball. So you know what I mean. But why would you say you would have him though? What is that you see in him in terms of? No, specifically. No, I'm saying, why would you have him if you said earlier on? Is it because he's young, you can flip him in a couple of years' time?
I reckon he has it all. Nah, he has it all. He could probably step in the place of Saliba or Gabriel quite comfortably, and learn from them. I'm not saying he's ready to take their place, but he's only 20, something like that, 19, 20. He's got it. He's got the minerals. I reckon with them two as mentors specifically, big up.
Why not mine? You're saying, bro.
Yeah. But I would have him as a talent coming through. I wouldn't want him to lead my line straight away. But there you go. That's what I say.
We need players that will lead the line, though. Because
that's true. That's true. But we're kind of stacked as well. So as much as we need it, we need to sort out we've got probably about 9 centre backs on our books. 9.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, if I was to go through some now, we've got Colwell, Badiashile, Tosin, Chalaba, Fofana, Disasi, Badiashile, Josh Ashenkong, Star. Well, that's 9 there.
Anselmino, you forgot Anselmino.
Oh, Anselmino, there's 10.
But you've done Badiashile twice.
Well, it's 9 then. That's the number.
9, so you're right.
So look, I think we need to get some out the door, as well as get our cement. It would have to be a top centre back. None of these up and coming ones. But in Arsenal situation, I like Mosquera. That's slightly different.
Yeah. But for me, obviously, we've so far sold 2 players. Yeah, but what's mad? We made 80 million in 2 days. Yeah, because we sold Petrovic for 25, and then we sold we sold this guy Maduki, so they obviously got 2. Then we made 80 million from the Club World Cup.
Mad.
So far we are rumored to sell 7 players, and we send that Penders guy on loan to Strasbourg. Yeah. So the way they tried to sell, I think they tried to send the other goalkeeper Jurgensen over there. He was like, nah. So that we ended up sending Penders over there. Obviously, it looks like if we're going to keep moving away the goalkeepers, then it looks like we might be getting a goalkeeper.
I predict Chelsea will make about 300 mil in sales.
Wow.
Or income then. 300 mil.
Yeah, because we done
250 last summer. Yeah, exactly. We did 250 last summer.
Yeah. And I think I heard something about we listened to offers for KDH, Felix going Barca, not Barca, sorry, but Benfica. So there's all these players that we haven't yet sold, which is why I'll get to that later when we get to the United bit. It's a really weird situation where there's a lot of teams that haven't sold players yet. Yeah. City hasn't sold their Deadwood. We haven't really sold anyone yet besides 2 players. Do you get it? Yeah. So I know that a lot of people are thinking, why is our players not gone yet? Yeah. But it's almost like the other leagues ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, judging by the Chelsea bust, there's quite a few players that you have to get rid of. You know what I mean? So it's going to take a bit of time.
Well, we know where we're dropping them off, though.
Oi!
You know that one?
Yes, sir.
You know what
yes, sir. Yes, because Normski didn't realize this was going to backfire. He didn't realize this was going to backfire. You understand? Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Yes, sir, I'm about to remove you from the studio.
Right.
You know what it is? No, we're dropping you off 1 each year. You know what I
mean? you might as well, mate. Listen, jeez. The amount of players we bought off you, what's that? That's like fun. That's what the 6th player. We paid over nearly 120 mil we spent?
Yeah. You're funding our project. You're funding our project.
Yeah.
Man.
Funding our project.
Mate, it brought a smile to my face. I'm not gonna lie.
But, refuse and recycling.
You're right, man. You're right, mate. This is you guys dropping off these guys to us. Simple things.
That's perfect. That is perfect, yes, sir.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did find it funny. I did find it funny.
Yeah. And the mentality of the players that you're buying off us. I don't know. Help me out here. I'm struggling to understand why Noni decides to leave 3 days before a final.
I'm struggling.
Especially because we didn't put him up for sale. He said, "I want to go." for whatever reason. He wants
Have
to
you
go.
heard the quote from Maresca, though?
What's the noise around that? I mean, do you not?
Okay.
Is it any? Yes, sir.
Have you heard the noise from Maresca? So they asked Maresca before that on that press conference before the final. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've asked him about why Nani's gone, because there were rumors saying that, you know how the Chelsea fans are, as yeah, they were like, the club's banished him or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever. You know how they do that? Oh, do you know when they try, like, because remember we have the bomb squad where we put Sterling and them man in,
Yeah.
But what happened was he said that he's giving him permission to go, which means that he's asked to go. And obviously, a lot of the times managers will say, listen, if you don't want to be here, there's no point leaving you here if your mind's somewhere else. Do you get it? So I think maybe he's wanted to go early, get the signing done, maybe join in pre-season. Really and truly, he was already in wireless.
Exactly. What I think Nani thought is that we're going to get smoked by PSG, so I might as well go now. That's what he thought.
Yeah, or he wasn't going to get picked because he's on the bench. You know, when the players are on the bench,
he came on the game before, Yasa. He came on.
He probably don't want to come on. He probably wants to start because you know
that mentality is useless. He's gone. He could have lifted the cup and then said, "Yeah, well, I'm going, but I'm going to honor, the fact that I'm in this tournament. It's only 3 days. I'll go, but I'll wait 3 days, lift the cup, and then I'm out." Nah,
but he's going to get a medal anyway, isn't it?
He's going to get a medal, but it's not the point. He could have been there. Seen it out.
Now he's not going to get a medal, you know. I'll tell you why he's not going to get a medal. I don't know if you saw this. Trump took his medal, brethren.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I heard that. I knew he was going to say that. Trump took it.
President took the man's medal, you know.
Yeah,
he wrapped it up, right? He was walking. He wrapped it up and put it in his inside jacket pocket. I was like,
you know what's funny? You know what they're saying? The trophy's made from Tiffany and Co. and that.
What was going on with that madness?
No.
Wild, you know.
I don't know what was going on with. To be honest,
and he was asked to leave before they hoisted the trophy. He was asked to leave and he refused. That's what I'm saying.
Even Palmer was like, "What's he doing here?"
Took the man's medal, you know. There's no medal for this brother.
Even in Yasser's picture there in his backdrop, they've edited Trump out, you know.
Yeah, this is the AI version when they took him out. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
For me, it was mad disrespectful. I'm like, what's he doing here?
But I love Palmer because Palmer's looking at everyone like, what's he doing?
He was vexed.
Sorry,
he's looking at Reece James. He's looking
at
Reece James. What's he doing here?
Get
him off the stage, bro.
He is
trying to take center stage. I couldn't believe it, man.
But to nick a medal is diabolical, guys. Is diabolical. And maybe when he left the stage, somebody gripped him up and said, "Listen, you got to give that medal back." And he's like, no, that's a souvenir. No, you got to give it back, mate. But he definitely put it in his pocket, bro. You saw it, blatant.
That was madness.
Cole Palmer was having none of it. He was having
he was vexed. Yeah, and rightly so.
Man didn't even care he's a president. He's standing right in front. The thing is, he was standing in front of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
he was standing in front of Palmer.
You know what? Let me just read this from Jason Carter. Jason Carter says, "Big up Jason from all the way from the United States of America." He says, "No comment. The man signs my paycheck." So
Jason, do what you want to do.
You know what I mean? Hey, the man's for the country. I understand.
Just protect them tax dollars, as the Americans keep telling me. I'm protecting the tax dollars, D. So,
you see this man.
Hold on.
The Dubai man's coming in the house.
Hold on.
Joseph, my face, 17th place, you know. Actually, it was 50th. Come on, man. Let's not do it that.
Wow. No, I think he's talking about Chile.
The sentiment. Chile.
Yeah. Because what it is Chile is just. Let me go back to Chile's. Chile should be on the thingy, but I'm gonna try and lure him in.
No, Chile don't want to come over here.
Chile don't want to come over here. Chile don't want to fight you guys.
Nah, you don't want to come over here.
What did Chile say? He says I can't because I hate. What did he say?
He said Chelsea.
Here we go. Chile says Chelsea disgusts me.
If
you didn't know that, Chile's a Tottenham guy, and I mean, but
sometimes,
yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Last year he was a Liverpool fan, and the year before,
right, Man City fan, right.
And Norms, listen to this. So you know the day we played the final, yeah. You know who Sam was live, and he's a Liverpool fan, innit? So he's doing the watch along.
Yeah.
There's an Arsenal fan in the chat. He changed his team to Liverpool live on YouTube. He even changed his name to "You Never Walk Alone" or whatever his name was. Yeah, and he was like, "I'm done with this team." Yeah, He actually just fully changed to Liverpool. He's like, nah, my club's not moving the right way.
I don't know what's going on over there.
He just changed to Liverpool, bro. I swear down.
That's not good behavior.
No, it's great. It's
Yeah,
crazy,
that was
man.
funny.
Hey, Dave, we need to link up and celebrate this. But mind you, we've got 4 years to celebrate it. So you tell me when, all right?
You're champions for 4 years, bro. You're
My man said they're going to get the mic, you know. Get the mic, Madrid. Get the mic.
Big up to Dave. Dave is one of the original what's going on podcasters with me, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so big up to him, you know what I mean? Because his time's difference is like about 4 hours ahead of us. So he's about to get down and put his head down for bed, you know what I mean? But he thought just before he does that, he thought he'd come in and just throw a little bob in there and big up the Chelsea and that, you know what I mean? That's what he does. No real fan can do that, you know what I mean? But no, it's listen, as I say, congrats to you guys and the couple of players that you need. But what I would say, are you challenging then? At least challenging for it. I mean, because I'm hearing other fans saying, and other fans of other clubs saying that Chelsea could be a problem this year. It could be.
I'll say, yeah. You know how you were asking me last season, are you in the title race and that?
Yeah.
I think this season, I think we will be, and I think we'll finish above Arsenal.
Wow.
That's what I think because. I've seen some going forward a little bit, but I'm also seeing steps going back. And I feel like if we do the right things to go forward, I think we could take that leap in it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we end up playing that defensive football. Then we're doing
Right.
Interesting.
I think third. Yeah. I think we'll finish third.
Third behind Liverpool and Man City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's getting Jackson on the last day of the window?
Last day of the window.
Come on, you put your hand up. You know?
Wow, this. I'll tell you what. You see these guys, right? These guys are going to be doing this 48-hour business when the window's trying to close. And so we could end up doing a madness like a Jackson. This is my thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Ollie Watkins, but if it's rumored that Ollie wants to come, go get that one done then. You know what I mean? Because you're literally tripping over yourself with this Mbomo deal. And so, yeah, monitoring. Yeah, we're always monitoring, Norm. And this is the Times as well. A reputable publication is telling us that we are monitoring Jackson, you know, my guys.
You man are still monitoring Mbomo.
You know what? If it was Michael, I'd be cool if it was Michael, you know, but it's Tito. You're trying to sound me Tito, guys. You know the ones? The backup singer. I don't want the backup singer. Go find me a Michael and I'll take him.
Well, listen. Let's move on to Man United, yeah. And basically, I sent this out to you guys. So what's happening at Manchester? Things not moving as they should. Now, at the very start of the window, Big D, JP's not here, but at the very start of the window, you mans went out and got Cunha, and then you was linked with Brian Mbeumo. And I was thinking, Man United ain't messing about here, but it's pretty quiet up there. But what's going on?
This is the problem, Norm. The Cunha deal had been done. It had been done way before the season even finished.
Yeah.
So there was nothing to do there. This what worries me about our so-called scouting system and Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox and these men. You're like, bro, you had nothing to do when it. We all gone.
No, you still
no.
I'm just messing about.
Where's the bag?
I'm just messing about. Go on.
For us, we that deal was a no-brainer. So I have to question, what are these mans doing? Because there's no signs of plan B or you know what I mean? It's like
I was gonna say that.
Just what we did with him from Barcelona and under Eric. We chased this guy for the whole
Frankie
window.
de Jong. Is it Frankie de Jong?
Frankie, I can remember his name there, it was left me. Yeah, this feels like Frankie all over again. And this is what's gonna happen is that teams now are not gonna buy our want-aways until the last minute. And they're all gonna go for cheap or half of them are gonna go on loan. You know what I mean? Because they're saying that we're several £1 million apart. There was something I sent to the group earlier. Simon Jordan. I think he got it correct in there. Like, this player wants out. Why would you keep a player that wants out? Meet in the middle. If we're 3 million apart, 1.5, add it on and get the deal done. It works for everybody. It gives you money in your pocket to strengthen. Because remember, there's teams looking at Wizard now as well. Now they're saying that if Mbomo goes, Wizard ain't going anywhere. But this is what I would like. Now hear me out on this, guys. I would like Mbomo to put a transfer request in and forfeit the sign-on money, and United take care of him the other end. Because there's no way on the 2nd of June, Norm, that this guy agrees to come to United, and we are now the 16th of July still chatting nonsense.
45 days.
Makes no sense. Because you want him on that plane to America, Norms. If he's not on that plane to America, then what we're doing, don't forget, he's got to get an Esther done as well. You can't just roll up in America now, because we're not in the European Union. All that doesn't work now. You got to go do the Esther application. So unless they know that it's getting done and they've done the Esther in the background, but this guy has to be on the plane to America. It really is like, no need to meet in the middle. Come with the 62. Nah. Listen. Ed, Chili, that's not how business is done. That's not how business is done. This is why it's called negotiation. You just don't pay the price. That's like going anywhere. If you buy a used car, you don't just say, oh, that's what's the sticker price. Okay. No, you go in there and say, okay, if I deposit this or if I got the cash for all of it, tell me what the cash price is. That's the price on your screen. Tell me the cash price. That's how I negotiate. It's only this country where we feel a bit embarrassed to negotiate. When I lived in the Caribbean, you negotiated everything, even in the market. You didn't pay what the fruit was. You said, nah, sis, listen, give me all of them oranges for 25 VC dollars. That's when I was in St. Lucia. I'm not just buying because I'm going to give some of them to the school children that used to be stealing fruit in the market. So I'm going to buy all them oranges and give these school kids that should be at school but not at school because they can't afford to be at school some of the bag of oranges I just bought at a discounted price. So it's like, I don't like the way we're doing business, guys. It's very murky. And we're not moving on the dead wood. So no one's coming in and we're not moving the players. And this is our big mistake. You banish 5 players off the bat. So do you really think Malacia and Anthony deserve to be banished? For what? What have them two done? They went out on loan. Okay, with Anthony went out on loan and pulled up trees. Malacia, I didn't really follow him on loan, so I can't really, honestly, I can't say what he did. But he didn't do enough for them to have the effect that Anthony done. The other 3, the 3 problem Charles. So to banish all 5 of them, I think it's a little bit naive. I think Malacia and Anthony should be able to train with the first team squad, and if someone comes in for them, fair dues. The other 3, obviously, they're coming in after 5, which is wild. Apparently, as they've been told, don't get it till 5 in the evening or whatever it is, or 4:30. By then, the first team
after the main squad gone.
They're gone. They're gone before they come in.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
But for me for all 5 of them to be banished, it doesn't make any sense. For Rashford and Garnacho, remember, before this all kicked off, Rashford said he wanted a new challenge, not the club. He said that. And then the club reacted to that. They clapped back. You know what I mean? And then the problem started where I actually believe that Ruben was told, like Sancho's not part of it. And if you can make Rashford that with that big wages, it's about his wages. If Rashford was on 50k a week, I don't think he'd be being treated like this. I think the wages have a lot to do with how
I think
he's
Jim's
been
looking
treated.
at the wages. I think Jim's when he saw the interview, he was talking about the players with the big wages and all that. Remember that interview done with Gary Neville? He was talking about the big wages and that.
Yeah, he's
I just think there's a lot of mismanagement. There's a lot of
naive,
not just from the managers, the players, and the club, because I don't know why some of the players have been treated the way they have when you know they're supposed to be your assets. And if you keep saying you ain't got the money, find a way of treating them in a way that people don't think that you have to get rid of them, so they'll always come with the cheap price and won't pay the price for it. There's a lot of players we don't want, but people are paying top price for.
Right. And the thing is, in the last week, we've made nearly 17 million, and that doesn't compare to Chelsea's madness, but 17 million on 2 players that were bought. as in Alvaro and Anthony Alanga
Oh yeah,
going
yeah,
to
Alvaro,
Newcastle.
yeah.
So,
The one at
so, so
Benfica.
yeah, 7 million on one and 5 on the other. So then am I quibbling over the 2.5 or 3 million for
No,
Mboma,
because
knowing that I know him, knowing that
yes.
I need him?
hmm
So
And
it's
if
not
it goes
like,
into installments, and if it's installments, and you pay like
yeah,
20 or 25 million a year for it, like you know how sometimes it's a big fee up front, and you pay the rest
yeah,
in X amount of money. Yeah, you'd already got some of the money from that money.
yeah.
So
And so for me, I don't like the way JP called me. When did I speak JP yesterday? I think it was, and we were just saying this don't look good because this behavior in the window is relegation form norm because
Yeah.
we were already bad,
Yeah.
and now you're pretending that we finished in the top 10. That's how you're operating in the window, like we finished in the top 10, and we're just twerking the squad. No, bro, it's still an overhaul,
It's a major rebuild, bro.
right? And I said this,
Nomski, man, they're retooling Nomski.
Oh no,
You
so
know that?
retool. No, in some
Yeah.
cases, for some people, like a gal, so retool. Sorry.
right? So this is what I said to my older brother, who's also a hardcore Man United fan. He was on about the squad depth, and this is what I said to him: we can probably get away with a 22-man squad, only playing Premier League until the domestic cups kick in. There's no European football, so you're playing less football. You're really only going. You're going to go one game a week till I think it's the end of September or the beginning of October when
Yeah.
the EFL, whatever around that. I think we going on. We go in earlier because we finish lower. We go into the ELF around before we would normally go because we finished so low in the league. So I'm saying to him, we don't need a 30-man squad because we're not playing any European football. We could get away with a 24-man squad is big enough. So, but you've got to get the right cover. You've got to get the right players. And if Ruben's saying that the bulk of that squad really wasn't what he needs, then you're either hanging him out to dry, or he's hanging himself out to dry by agreeing to manage 5 players that could be used one way or the other till you move them on. But for them to be banned from the first team, then that's just a huge statement. That's just like, right, okay, we're saying that we can afford to ban these guys now and still figure it out. I don't believe that's the case at all.
I'm not gonna lie, D.
Naive, no.
Man United. It just seems like, you know, last season we was talking about stadium build and Ineos's
right.
You know, talking with Gary. It was mad. It was mad. And we're here now where you say you don't want 5 players, you know, you don't want them, well, I say near the squad, but obviously you want them out, basically. You know what I mean? The Brian Bremo deal thing seems to be held up. Now, I know Brentford, or just reading up, Brentford want to sign, well, looking at as it Amari Hutchinson,
but been rejected.
I think you there was some sort of clause, some buyout clause of 35.
Is that Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 37.
No,
he's the guy that we
bought. No, Ipswich. Yes, yeah.
So we bought him off. Well, to come, I think it was for free from Arsenal. Sent him to Ipswich for the season, and then they ended up wanting him, so we sold them to them, and then now
he got relegated, didn't he?
I think I read it earlier. I think let me have a look at it quickly.
Yeah, I've got it here. It says Amari Hutchinson reportedly had a relegation release clause in his contract with Ipswich.
Okay, cool.
Worth 35 million. Yeah. His former club Chelsea exercised a 30 million one earlier this summer, but it ran out. It ran out on Tuesday. So therefore, you fell short basically of it. Now Brentford are looking to want to replace Bremo. They need with this guy, right? And obviously Brentford are now looking at and saying, well, you know, we've just seen my man go for 55 million. You know, Elanga going for that, and Bremo scored 20 goals in the Premier League. We think we value him more, yeah. Right. So you know, I mean, there's a lot going on, but obviously Brentford want to make sure that they're getting a player into replacing Bremo. So this at the moment, you're still quite far apart. Not saying far apart.
Let's say millions. So it's got to be 3 or 4 million apart or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, H. Yeah. So for me, it's like I have 2 trains of thought. Just go pay the money, or is this same old Man United eventually paying the money, overpaying the money? Also, the pressure of playing for Brentford is not the pressure for playing at Old Trafford. I speak about it all the time. That badge and whatever number if you take a number 1 to 11, between that and the badge is heavy on your back. And if you don't hit the ground running, it's even heavier. As people like Hoyland have found out. Remember last season, he went to the boss and said, "Yeah, I think I'm ready for the number 9 shirt." Which part? Which part was you ready, bro? You was never ready, and all you did is put a target on your back, and that's what you got to be careful of. Same with this deal with Brian now, because it's taking so long. The fans are getting disgruntled. The transfer won't even be celebrated like it's supposed to, because it's dragged out for so long that everyone would be like, "Okay, he came now." There'd be no, "Oh, Bama's here," because every Man United fan I've spoken to is like, "They don't even talk to me about that. I'm already over it already." So straight away now, the club have put a target on his back because the way they've done the business to get him in. That's not his fault. But if he doesn't come in, if he comes in late in the window and has a stinker for the first 3 or 4 games, fan base is going to turn on him, which is not his fault, because he won't have had any time to sink and just be galvanized with the squad. So for me, I'm like, help this guy out. It's the guy you want. Get it done. And then everything else you can have a stiff upper lip about. You can dig your heels in. But if you're just, this is my thing. If it's 2 million apart, it's 2 million. It's neither here or there for a club of United stature, regardless of the debt.
I still think you just pay it. I think you should be paying it, because if you look at all the players that are available now, when it comes to the winger market, he's one of the best ones out there. He's one of the few that scores 20 goals a season or something like that. Everyone else is that far off.
Only Salah had better numbers last season.
That's what I'm saying.
And they won the league, and we finished 15th.
Yeah.
So you're coming to a team that finished 15th, and the only person that did better in that position than you is the player that played for the team that won the title. So for me, it's like, if we're only 2 million apart, just go do it. If it's 5 million,
we might end up paying 45 for another guy who's levels below him. Then it's not worth it. So if you need him, this is what I was saying yesterday. I think 2 days ago to someone. Yeah, it was like the Snickers bars cost £1 in the shop,
right?
But when you're at a petrol station, it might be £2.50, £3. You're hungry. Exactly. That's how much it's worth to you at that moment in time, because you need it.
Yeah,
and you knew that the minute you're gonna be in that position, that when you start buying, people are gonna put the little Man United tax on it because it's United, even though they know you got no money. The way these clubs are moving now, it's weird, because it's like you see it with Gyökeres, you see it with these other teams. They're not trying to get rid of their players easy. They want the money that they're asking for. And one of the reasons they're doing that is because, on the other hand, they also get shagged by the player. Because a lot of the times what happens is the player wants to run that contract down all the way to there and then go for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or he don't want to train or he don't want to do this and that. So if it doesn't go their way, the player's kind of allowed to act the way he wants, but the club can't get the money. So they're saying, okay, cool, if we're going to let you go, this is the money. Do you know who's really getting done dirty? Galatasaray and Osimhen, bro. Every time they throw a bid in, Napoli's changing the conditions of the bid. We won 75, we won 80, we won 90. And it's like, how are you supposed to negotiate? That's when it's okay, cool, you're taking a mick now. But if it's fixed around a certain price and there's only certain things that need to be sorted out, that shouldn't be a big problem.
But this also is the problem. The longer we leave it, Brentford could just turn around and say, right, that's another 5 million we need for him now, because you put us in the lurch trying to find a player. Lastminute.com as the window is winding down. These are the things that are common sense to us fans, but clearly not common sense to how they're doing business. Now,
what do you talk about though? In 40 days, what do you talk about?
Exactly. Because no other business has been done. Okay, they brought in, I can't remember his name. That's how irrelevant it was to me.
The goalkeeper
they brought in. No, an outfield player. And then we're linked. Yeah, young kid, and then we're linked with
Stupian and the goalkeeper.
The Brighton brother.
Yeah.
The left back.
That's right. Yeah.
Purvis, there you go.
We need a left back. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's a specialist. We need a left back, and I will come on to that later on in my segment. But yeah, we need a left back as well.
So it tells me that if we're linked to this Purvis guy, then they really don't think Luke Shaw is going to be fit for more than 4 or 5 games. And Luke Shaw doesn't start for me now, guys. Like I'm not starting Luke Shaw over Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro starts for me on that left side. If we're still sticking
Luke
with
Shaw, I terminate that contract.
but you see, I saw this guy roll up. I said to Norm, Purvis. Yeah, I said to Normski that this kid rolls up with a fresh trim, not a limp in sight. And I said, you see this guy? This guy's a fraud. But I said to JP, I would try and loan Luke Shaw to one of the newly promoted teams. I'd loan him out.
We loaned Chilwell out to Palace, and he won the
That's
FA
what I'm
Cup.
saying.
We had to get rid of him
out and say, right, okay, we'll cover half his wages because exactly how is Luke Shaw still there? Exactly, because you know what he does? He gets injured every summer, bro, because he knows we can't sell him when he's injured. But this summer, he realizes that actually I've got a big competition coming up that I want to play in, and England managers always fancy me. So you know what? I'm going to roll up to Carrington with a new fresh trim. There'll be no limp in my step, and everyone will say, "Look how well Luke looks." You watch it. Never mind.
D, with all this mess going on, I mean, look, you finished 15th. What really and truly, I mean, how many players do you reckon you're likely to get in? And I say you've got a truckload of people to get rid of.
For me now,
we've just don't seem to have moved at all.
I have a question though. I have a question before you go, Nomsy.
Yeah.
What is it with this severance package thing that you're paying for Sancho?
No, hear me on this one, right? And not every Man United fan will like this.
Yeah.
If that's my niece, if that's my nephew or my son and my nephew,
yeah,
you sign the contract, pay him his money. Whether we like it or not, it don't look good. But the truth is that the old regime gave him that contract.
Yeah.
I said for one, don't give this guy that. Let him come and prove himself. This is not Germany. This is the Premier League. He got that contract of what he did in the German league.
Yeah.
We saw glimpses of it. And when I say glimpses, I mean 3 or 4 games before he fell out.
He had that period when he went back to Holland and then came back.
Right.
And whatever.
But the truth is, and a lot of fans don't like this, his contract is his contract. He agreed it. The club signed it. The lawyer signed it. Pay him up his money. So they reckon if he's owed about 4.7 million. Pay him the 4.7 million and
then you're getting sued by Twanzebe as well.
Right, yes, because then if you think about it, this could open up a whole bag of worms, you know, as in Lukaku, Paul Pogba, they were all managed. Martial, Rashford playing injured through Oli, taking injections. They could be about 7 months.
As soon as he left, and I forgot which team he went to, he got some surgery done, and he was fit the whole season.
Exactly.
Martial, that never stayed fit.
If Twanzebe wins this, which is, you know, there's no way they're going after it.
Yeah, it could open up.
It could kick in about 5 more players that I just mentioned that were all injured and being forced back. I remember Rashford. Rashford had the ankle injury, the shoulder injury. He's saying that he was allegedly taking injections and wrapping up the ankle, and then when he finished playing, his ankle was ballooning up. And they were like, listen, man, Oli got into his head and said, listen, you're at Man United. Like, you need to be robust. If you're injured, you're injured, no. You shout about robust.
Yeah. Well, the same goes for Arsenal as well. I mean, listen, if all our players start rocking up and start taking out a court case against us, I think we'll go bankrupt. No matter how injuries.
Yeah, you probably would, but to be fair, Timber's already exposed it.
Yeah. Well, exactly. And I know you did a thing the other day on League Gunners where you actually went on there.
I know him quickly as well. Andre Onana is injured. So a lot of the fan base wanted him gone. Now I think this is the time to, because we can't trust that backup goalkeeper. He's awful. So this where the Sanchez thing, even though I don't like the antics of him. He's not a bad goalkeeper, and he has got a mistake in him. We've seen that at Villa, but this makes the Sanchez deal maybe a little bit more realistic. I think we go get that one done, and then let them fight it out for the number 1 shirt.
Sanchez.
Sanchez. From Martinez.
Are you on Sanchez? We'll sell these Sanchez.
No, I don't want him.
Under from SWAT. Yeah, bro, come on, man.
After Mason
Mount, he's yours.
We should never buy anybody else after Mason Mount from the way we got.
What do you think? 40 million or 50 million?
You
have
know,
to make
man.
it fair, innit?
For United, man, 45 in the
So,
middle.
Yeah.
so for me, don't be surprised if we have forward roads into the Martinez deal from Villa. Initially as cover, and then if he does well, I think they'll say, right, let Onana fighting for the shirt. And you have to remember, Onana doesn't wear the number 1 shirt by choice. He wears 24.
Hold on, though, but in what world does Martinez leave Villa United right now?
Apparently he wants gone for some
Yeah,
reason.
no. Villa's bought another goalkeeper.
Yeah, but he wants gone, Ez. I don't know whether that's a manager fallout. I don't know. Something's happened there that he wants gone. So that's why I think that might be the easiest deal to do. I said at the start of the season to go and get me James Trafford. And yeah, they didn't hear me. They didn't hear me.
They've got Europa League, right?
Huh?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they got Europa Conference, isn't it? Is it Conference they got? Or
No, they finished 6th.
Oh yeah, Europa League. Yeah. So
yeah, but
no,
you know
I think it's a fallout. It's a fallout with him and maybe Emery. That's what I'm feeling going on there.
And you know what it is with some players though, because remember since
Steve.
that final, yeah, the World Cup final has never been the same. He's not been on that level he was before, yeah. And I just feel like he's one of those players that. Do you remember when De Gea went away to Fiorentina, and he looks way better than he just needs a change of scenery, a different club. Sometimes you just need that challenge, and I feel like he's at that stage where, even though we thought he might have, he probably move and leave Villa earlier to go to one of the top clubs, and he's ended up staying for a while. I think maybe this is the time now that's kind of telling him, you know what, just move somewhere else. Sometimes you just it kind of gets still over time. I think he looks like he's still got the ability, just almost like he's not there 100%. So I mean, you just feel like he's not 100% there. I used to watch him all the time from the stands, yeah, and after the World Cup, he was just like he's making dumb mistakes. I thought I was watching Sanchez in goal at some point. He just once in a while.
I agree. I actually agree.
Yeah.
He's not what he was.
He's got a mistake, and that's why I said he's got a mistake in him. Is he better than Onana?
Yeah, the problem because the problem with Onana is that he makes the most simple mistakes. Like he don't the ball that's in front of him or stuff like that. Whereas,
if you look at the back three as well, guys, if you look at that back three is not a bad back three, but they stopped trusting the goalkeeper, which made them make mistakes because when you should kick it back, they're trying to dribble out of bad situations. With a good goalkeeper, you kick it back because you're confident. You see how often Alisson gets the ball or Raya gets the ball back from the defenders because they know that, yeah, man, he's good. Give him the ball back. Take some pressure off. You see United trying to dribble out and lose it. You say, because they don't want to trust him to have a clanging. So they're trying to fix his issue and put pressure on themselves. So maybe the injury is a blessing in disguise, you know, in terms of you never want a player to get injured, but maybe it allows us to do something that we may not have done. I think it forces our hand because everyone knows that Bandier or whatever his name is not good enough. He's shot.
Onana was supposed to be good with his feet. I thought that's one of the reasons why you guys bought him. So,
well, he's an outfield player, Yazza. You saw this, right? You saw this all season playing centre forward in the mud over in his own country. I'm like, bro, why are you not in goal? You know, like just enhancing your craft and getting better at goalkeeping. No, he wants to be an outfield player when he's in his off season. So, man, it's mad. It's mad. So that's where we are now. Bro, it looks like the Sancho thing is going to get done. To Juve. That's the only thing that looks promising right now. Yeah, that's the only thing.
I don't think so, you know. I don't really think so. Because they've signed Conceição.
Oh, yes.
They've signed Conceição. Now
Porto.
There's another team that said that wants him. I think it was Barca. In case one of the wingers doesn't work out.
Nothing's going to happen.
Barca looking at Rashford, aren't they?
Nothing quick is going to happen.
I think Liverpool linked with Rashford now. And obviously Barcelona.
If Rashford goes to Liverpool,
Barcelona or Bayern Munich.
He's done, you know.
That's the trend thing. That's like a trend thing.
He will have to sell his house in Manchester if he goes to Liverpool. Trust me on that.
I think he's selling his house anyway. But
his car, everything is.
You don't need him,
but where you've isolated him, he can't be done. You know what I mean? You've isolated him now.
And that's the problem is
He turned up to Carrington, and he's saying, "Look, I'm here. If you need me."
He scanned the
Man United
pass.
saying,
You know when
"No,
you scan your pass on the wall and they don't let you in.
You don't work. Yeah.
Yeah, because, I'm not even sure he had access to the main building. They say he has access to anything he needs physically, in i.e. the gym, the masseuse, and all these things. You know what I mean? That's Jay-Z.
15 million. I'll
Jay
take
don't
him,
want him.
Chelsea.
Take him, Jay, because I think a new lease of life at Liverpool. He's going to the champions, so he'll
gonna
feel
book
like
him,
he's a
Rashford.
champion. You
I
have to
can't
remember,
take
he's
this,
going to wear
Rashford.
a
I
shirt,
can't take
right?
this, you know.
Hold on,
can't
he's going
take
to wear
this.
a shirt with the gold Premier League badge on it, Jay.
He's gonna wear
And
the
he's going to look at
66
that
shirt.
badge, and that badge is going to trigger him. And then
I
we're going
can't
to see
take this, you know.
Rashford,
I can't take
Yeah,
this.
Rashford
He can wear
under
the 66 shirt, man. D.
Louis Van Gaal. There you go.
Wow.
D, you're a bad salesman. Forget it.
Rashford
Yeah.
under Louis Van
Wow.
Gaal.
Even Nowitzki knows it. That's not how
He's
you
gonna
sell players.
he's gonna walk
No.
down the tunnel. He's gonna see that sign, "Welcome to Anfield." He's gonna touch it, and once he touches that, Kryptonite gonna lick him, and you're gonna see a bad boy Rashford. Jay, do it for
Guy in
me,
the chat, the
do
guy
it
in
for
the
me,
chat
Jay.
saying, "Ooh."
And I promise you, he won't go to Ireland and get drunk. He'll turn up for training. He won't be playing Fortnite till 4 o'clock in the morning with Jadon Sancho. It'll be a new Rashford for you guys, man, and you'll go back to back. If you go back to back, then boy, it'd be worth it, ain't it, Jay? There you go. I sold it to you. Go get him. Go get him.
Boy, oh boy.
Well, listen, Man United. Listen,
boy.
I don't know what I don't know if you guys are coming. Or, I don't know if you guys are coming or
mad.
going.
Exactly.
It's a long window for you. And obviously you guys, when you guys fly out for a pre-season, are you flying out soon?
Monday
Coming or Monday gone?
It's either Monday coming or Friday
Oh yeah.
of next week. So that's what I'm saying. And Bomo needs to be on that plane to America. Because if he's not, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah,
But the longer that the window goes on, the higher his price goes.
that's the thing.
Exactly. That's what I said.
And
Because
then
they're gonna
somebody else good that's coming through.
Right. A team that is playing in Europe.
You know, them Chelsea man stay. These two at the bottom. You see?
No, but if anything, Norms, I don't know why Mbeumo hasn't gone to Arsenal.
I don't know either.
Other way around. Why Arsenal didn't go for him?
Well, the problem is that we want
It's
to
a character, no many.
we want to protect Saka, so we can't have Saka,
Saka being put in the pressure,
being challenged. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. That's why you ended up selling my man to us. Yeah.
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No. That's the point. That's what you done.
No.
That's what you did.
Where is
That's
it?
what you did.
Jay said even on a free.
Yeah.
No, let me explain. This is what that Charles Watts guy. Yeah, he dropped
Yeah.
this today. Have you seen it? Arsenal are very happy with the fee paid for Madueke and are adamant that it will be seen as excellent business in a few years' time.
Wow.
Arteta really pushed for the deal, believing he can thrive at Arsenal and does not view him as a backup. Which means he's going to be starting.
Jeff, does that? Okay, so guys. So listen, these are the potential players so far. Kepa, Subamendi,
Great signing.
Christian Norgard. Stop the noise, brother. You know it's not a great signing. Right? 48 million. Madueke,
amazing signing.
Mascara from Valencia, and potentially Gyökeres, but there seems to be a hold up in terms of now Big Berta getting deals over the line. Is he starting to cook, or do we need to see more from him? Now, I'm not saying the fan base is completely split on this, but some people are frustrated with Berta and some of the signings that we've brought in. Now, when Berta first was introduced on the scene, I thought, he's going to come, change the whole culture, and the way we do business and all of that. One thing I will say is that we're getting business done quick, but then I'm looking at the quality of player that we're bringing in. Now, when I look at these players, apart from Gyökeres, if we do get him over the line, he's maybe the only one that I'll say is an upgrade.
Yeah.
Do you see any one of these?
Hold on.
Here.
No.
You say your thing, dude.
Yeah.
I have a problem with criticizing signings before you've seen them kick a ball in your shirt. Because if Norgard goes and scores the winner on match day 1, you will celebrate. You will. And that's the thing. It might be underwhelming because it's not a flashy car like a Rodrigo and it's not a Osimhen Gyökeres. But until they've kicked a ball in your team shirt, you go, all right, underwhelming, but I'm going to wait and see. For example, Norman, I've had people in my fan base that were crashing out when we signed João Pedro. Don't want him here. Don't bring him here. I don't want another player from Brighton. And then he's gone and won us or contributed heavily to us winning a cup. And now they're on him. They look silly. They do look silly. I just don't want that for you, Norms. I don't want that for Arsenal. Yeah, Kepa, useless because he's a backup keeper. Yeah, but the rest of them, young players, leaders,
Okay,
Okay, I'll say it because my thing is this. Yeah,
right.
I'm looking at the squad you have right now, the issues you had before, which is the bench, and also the players you have. So if you take away TP, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, none of your midfielders are on his level. Even Zubamendi, I don't think is as good as Mr. Party.
Right.
Yeah. So you haven't. Let's just say what the top Guinness were saying. Yeah, the Zubamendi is Party's replacement. Even though he was signed in January or whatever in that beginning of the season, and he was supposed to be Jorginho's replacement. Yeah, because no one knew that Mr. Party's leaving or was gonna go. Yeah, but because Zubamendi's the better player, they put him next to Party as the Party replacement, and Nurgard as the Jorginho replacement. That's why they did it like that. But in reality, they just had to get another player quickly, so they got Nurgard. Yeah. So you're telling me
no one talked about
no. So you're telling me you couldn't buy a player like Santos here as to replace this Nurgard guy? Like it's from us. But an upcoming very good midfielder that takes his place, you could potentially
depends
be
what you
someone.
want. Depends what you want, though. I mean, look. My thing is this: we can all sit here and criticize these players that we're looking at on the screen, and then they turn out very good for Arsenal. Let me go another way. Then Liverpool fans could be very excited about Wirtz. Oh my gosh, we just paid 116 million, and Wirtz could drop. He could drop like 5 goals, 2 assists. Now what? Do you know what I mean? Let's judge them when they start to kick a ball in your shirt, and that's what I will say, because even with this Gyökeres thing, the window's nowhere near closed. You still got to the 1st of September to get this done. Not that you want to wait that long. You don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, listen. I don't want the situation where he's coming at the end of the window. We need him in.
But you want him regardless.
No, I know that. I get that.
But because with this is the thing. Over the years, watching Arsenal fans, there's a pattern to their transfer window.
Yeah.
So they get one guy that they need done in early, then they don't get anyone, or they mess about, and then they end up getting scrubs at the end, which is why everyone's worried, and they just want everyone. When Berta came in, they thought they were doing things differently, and or they kind of to say that Berta's cooking, they need to see players coming in, especially if they want to be challenging.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And I think from the people that I'm seeing now, even if they add Eze and Rodrigo, I don't think they make. I think they solidify themselves in top 4. If this is their window, I don't think Gyökeres and that's going to get them top 4, bro.
But Arsenal doesn't need to solidify themselves in top 4. They've been top 4, second. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. This team, if they did nothing, I expect them to finish second, third, top 4.
No.
So they don't need to.
This is the thing, though.
Absolutely. No. Okay, do you know why I'll tell you that? Because they pushed the 4-peat City to the very last day of the window. Arsenal did that. Okay.
Yeah, but that's 2 years ago, bro.
Whatever we say, though. You're right. My point is, though, I don't think they need to solidify top 4. They need depth and better quality. Yeah, because when we saw last season, when Saka got injured and when Ødegaard got injured, there was a fall off. More so when Saka fell away. Yeah. And now they have a winger that is not Saka, but has got Premier League experience that will not be, be left in the limelight when it's time to perform in Noni Madueke. Or, for example, you don't need to bring Saka to the North England to play Shrewsbury in the Carabao Cup. You can now say, Noni, run around, Saka.
He's a different profile as well. He's more of he takes his man on all the time, and he'll take the risk compared to. Now, I know they're different profiles, but my thing is, this is the thing, you're looking at the players that they bought in, and then you're looking at how far they were from Liverpool last season. Don't forget, I know that they were in the Champions League, but they only finished like 3 points away from City and that.
Yeah.
I know the second sounds like you were far away from everyone else. and everyone else was fighting. If you lost, I think one of the Newcastle or whatever, you could have been fighting with everyone else in top 4.
Well, let's have it right. Okay, let's talk about the biggest name on there, which is Gyakers, Norms, and Yasser,
Yeah.
So just before you say, can I just say big up to Vigilante for
big up.
big up Vigilante for that, man.
Yeah.
If you could, yes, sir, man. If you know Vigilante's team, put it in the
yeah, why not, man? Put Vigilante's thing in the chat.
Well, why not? Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, man. Put
He knows
something in
everyone.
there. Put it in there for me, man. Big up to you, man. Yeah, go on.
Let's talk about the biggest name, Gyakers. For everyone knew what his release clause was.
Yeah.
Nobody was able to get him to say, I'm only going here or only going there. Arsenal done the groundwork to the stage where he's sitting, just waiting for Arsenal to do the business.
No.
That's exactly what's happening. Man United can't do the deal. Chelsea don't want to do the deal. No, he scored 70 goals last season.
No one really wants him. There's a
Why
problem.
does no one want a striker that's just scored 60
really
odd goals last season? Tell me that then. Why does nobody want a striker that's just scored 60 odd goals, all comps? Why?
Because
this is what I would say. This is what I would say. Potentially, he may have put a target on his back by saying that he prioritized only one club.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Right. So him sitting there now, waiting for Arsenal and his club to get that figure right, i.e., as Yasser said earlier, that first initial big payment and what the installments are.
Yes. But
he's coming to a new club as well. He's coming to a new club that is expected to win the league with him now, because that was a missing part. That's what Arsenal fans have been told. The missing part is an out-and-out striker. Yeah. Now, this guy has 2 or 3 thinkers. He's holding bench for Havertz. Trust me on that. Because I know how Arteta thinks.
He will be holding bench for Havertz. And my reasons why is because Havertz... No. Let me explain. Look, putting him for Havertz is going to cause problems in the fan base. That's a different story, yeah? But what I think is Havertz does more on the ball than him. Yeah, he's one of these strikers that you want to just be in the box, bro. You get it? He gets the ball, trampoline, he chases his touch and that, but he can finish. Bro, Portugal is different, bro. I've seen his goals.
Are you saying that Arsenal should go back to playing a 4-4-2?
No.
Play 2 strikers?
Well, it'd be nice for Arteta to change things up. It would be nice for him to change things up, because the problem is that, and that's the thing, he's still probably going to go with his 4-3-3. What I would want to see, and what I'd like to see happen, is obviously get the deal over the line, get this guy on the plane, right? Get over to wherever they're going to, Singapore or whatever, Singapore, and then after that Hong Kong, right? And start working to his strengths, yeah? And so that means that Arteta will need to change up things, change up the tactics. He's got this saying, he said it before in a press conference, that he goes, well, why do you always play a 4-3-3? And he turned around and said, well, actually, I play 45 different formations as the game is going on. Listen, you play 4-3-3, that's it, man. Come on, stop that. You know what I mean? Then you're talking about how the ball was a different type of ball when we played Newcastle. This is the excuses this man comes out with. I'm saying, at the end of the day, he needs to change his tactics up and play to the strengths of Gyökeres. He has to play to the strengths of Gyökeres, because
my thing is, I don't trust him to do that. And
that's it. That's the problem.
And I don't trust, I don't know. There's most. I think I've seen most of his goals here. Most of his goals are on the transition.
That's right.
And I think the thing about him is heading's not good. Maybe he can fix that. Look, my thing is, he won't score 50 goals at Arsenal. He might score 25. Maybe that'll help. But then
he's definitely a transitional.
So hold on a minute. Hold on.
He's going to be that striker. He's going to be that striker that if he doesn't do. Remember when we had Lukaku? If he don't do anything up front, he's going to have 3 touches, bro.
We're talking about Portugal. I was forgetting this guy scored a hat-trick against Man City. That had the 4-peat that season.
Yeah, but people that watched him at that time were saying that it is what it was, bro. He could have scored a hat-trick last season, not 4-peat. Last season, then he scored a hat-trick against Man City, who were my brother. Every team destroyed Man City, bro. Like, the problem with City at the time is their midfield's rubbish. No, come on. Because of what happened in their midfield.
So I should take away Mbappe's hat-trick then.
No. But how many? Did you not see the goals? He caught them on transition all that time.
Okay.
And this is a transition striker. Gyökeres is a transition striker. So he has to make provisions to allow him to play his game. if you want
Yeah.
the same effect of what happened in Portugal. Don't forget, you have to remember as well. Happened in Portugal. Don't forget, you have to remember as well. Centre backs are going to take pleasure norms and kicking lumps out of him to see what he's made of, see if he fancies it. And now he's played. Obviously, he played for Cov City before going over there, but he's not just going to come and rule the roost. I'll be very shocked if he rules the roost easily, because you have to remember these centre backs are not going to want to be embarrassed by him. So, what I want to see is how physical he is, Norm.
No, he's a strong. He's a strong. Well, you see now, he's a
big boy. Yeah,
he's a strong fella. And the thing about it, when the championship definitely toughened him up. He didn't. Obviously, people are saying, he's playing in a Farmers League over in Portugal and that. But listen, there's a number of players that have come from that league, have played in Farmers League, come good. Now he's coming back. He obviously wants to play for Arsenal. He wants to prove himself in the Prem. He even backing himself, and I like that about him. He's backing himself and saying, "Look, I can be at the same table as Lewandowski. I could be at the same table as Haaland." I mean, you look at his goals and think, right, he's scored 50 plus goals in 54 appearances or whatever it is, right? And it's in total amount for them. I think it was 102, 103 goals. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for a guy that just knows where the back of the net is. Problem with, we haven't got no natural striker right here. Yeah, Jesus is not a natural striker.
But then there's another thing.
Kai Havertz is not a natural.
There's another thing though, Norms. Yeah, who's the guy behind him? This is my thing, innit? Who's the guy that's gonna be assisting him, bro? If he's not awake and he does what he did last season, you're in trouble. If he changes it and he's good at doing his thing this season, Mr. Odegaard,
I'm interested.
That's the big question, because he's gonna need service. He's gonna need. We need creativity. Listen, I want the Odegaard of 22-23 season, right? Where he was banging in the goals and creating. That's the guy that I want. I think in terms of our creativity, the last season, Odegaard was just off the kilter. He just weren't doing it. Carrying an injury, and apparently he might need an operation this year with this season. So I don't know what's going on. That's why I want someone like Eze. I need someone like Eze who can come in that number either 8 or playing at 10. Because you know what he can do in that central role, central tackling. I don't want him wasted out on the wing. Yeah, I don't, because he's somebody. I think I was listening to another stream and someone was saying that when he plays, if he plays as a left-sided winger, you're going to lose the quality.
Yeah,
he needs to play as an inside 8 left or as that 10
centrally, a bit more centrally, or in the half.
A bit more centrally. Yeah. You saw what he done against Man City in the FA Cup. He took a Crystal Palace who never won a cup in their history. He's done it for them. He said he's got unfinished business. He needs to come back. We need to get Eze over the line somehow. It means that we might need to sell some players to fund that, because they're looking at £68 million buyout clause. Again, it was us probably looking at Klarna payments again to try and see how we do that payment. But I need Ozil, not Ozil, sir. Do you know what I mean? Because Ozil was a proper creator. But we need Odegaard to be doing his thing. If not, I don't want. He's got to change his style. He's got to change his style. Arteta is the biggest problem here, because it doesn't matter who we bring in. If we bring in Rodrigo, we bring in Eze. I'm told we won't win the league, even if we bring in those kind of players. Why? Because it's Arteta. Because I don't think he's good enough.
I don't think he just
gets over the line.
Besides Arteta, I think your midfield's a problem as well. But a lot of people don't think so. But I think if you compare your midfield to all the midfields in the league or in the Champions League, for the top clubs, I don't think your midfield's really up there. You might have 2 players, but then who's the third one?
But if you look at Eze, guys, if you look at Eze, who does he replace, Norm? Odegaard or Martinelli?
Odegaard. He's not a left winger. He's not a left winger. But I'm saying Arteta. If Arteta brings him in, I'm saying I would like that to happen. But what I'm trying to say is my man is not going to do that. What will happen is that we will have a quality in depth, right?
He's not holding bench, Norm. He's not coming to the whole bench.
Yeah, I absolutely understand that. But if we want to go on and win titles and win multiple titles and win multiple cups and stuff like that, we need a quality bench. Yeah, we need a quality bench. If you look at Man City, look at the players that they got on their bench and the amount that they're worth. I think it's how you manage them. We're gonna have a lot of games. Especially in the Champions League. You add that to what we're doing in the Premier League plus the cups and that. People will have their game time. They'll have their game time. But what I want to see is people. I want to see people fighting for their place.
Right.
Yeah, so so you bring in Madueke. To be honest, as Ed said, he's going to probably go and play some northern team that we've never heard of. What I'm trying to say is we're spending that kind of money on Madueke when we could have probably gone and got a Lookman for 45, 50 million euros. Yeah,
40 million euros. That's it. Yeah.
40 million, do you know what I'm trying to say? So, or the fact is, if we miss out on Rodrigo, why did we miss out on Rodrigo? And then we've heard it all before. It's because we went and ended up putting 48 million up front plus whatever add-ons to bring that to 52 million on Madueke. Yeah, and the thing about it is, it's not I know people have been having a guy at him, and at the end of the day, we shouldn't be attacking his personality or his character or none of that, or his family, and that's completely wrong. We're against all of that, right? What I'm trying to say is that we should be more mad, as you say, more mad at the owners for going and buying Madueke.
I think that's fair.
Because at the end of the day, if Madueke was still at your club with the current crop of players that you got, where would he be? Where would he be in your pecking order?
No, listen, I've got a guy that's not even kicked a ball yet for me.
No, bro. Come on, stop being a
No, I'm just saying, I had that guy ahead of Madueke. That's what I'm saying. He's down.
Yeah, I know.
That's the vow.
So okay, so wingers wise, would he be third choice, fourth choice?
Third choice winger.
Fourth.
Right.
Yeah.
So you sold us a third choice winger for 52 mil. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Big up Arsenal. Big up Rashid. Please go and subscribe to Rashid all the time.
It's the African meme, man. It's the African meme, Norms. It's business. You know that one?
It's good business.
Why not cash money?
Why not put Arsenal Rashid's link in the description, in the link, what's the name, comments, please. Big up to you. But big up to Rashid, man. Big up every time. Yeah, no, it's a mess, and we're here now, sitting down now, thinking that what's going on with this add-ons. So we've agreed the fee, and it's just the add-ons now is the problem. Now, is it Arsenal's problem, or is it Sporting Lisbon that's causing this problem? In terms of the add-ons, because it's what they're saying, realistic add-ons that they want to achieve so that they can get their money. Yeah.
Well, I think this is part of what's going on with them at Birmingham as well. They want achievable add-ons in that price. So they want the price which they want and achievable add-ons. Is that always realistic in a deal that you get both sides of the coin? Not always. Take one. Pick one. Either pick the price or, you know what I mean? But don't try and get both. I think that's a greedy thing there again. But the asset is the asset. And the later you get him, Norm, the more pressure's on him. The later he comes in.
I don't think so. Look, I think Guy Perez, because Arsenal done the work with his camp, they've got him to the place where he's saying, I'm only talking to you. For me, if I'm negotiating this deal, that's giving me leverage because he ain't turning up to training. He's told the club, we have a pact, or they've got it in writing. This can get messy if it goes the other way. That's giving me as they're going to negotiate a time. And that's what Arsenal's doing. I think
they
Arsenal
got it in writing. Did they have it in writing?
Apparently, his lawyers come out and said but his lawyers come out and said they've got it in writing publicly. So if you're going to say that publicly, they've got something. I don't know what it is, but they've got something. So whatever's going on upstairs is made this deal more complicated, and Arsenal are trying to take advantage of it. Me personally, if I'm negotiating this deal, I want the best buck for this, the best, lowest price to pay. And even his agents has waived their fee as well. They've waived their so for me, it's too soon to panic when they've got till the league starts a month from now. We're not saying you want to wait that, but they've got leverage. The player's going nowhere else. There's no Man City, there's no Man United, there's no Chelsea's. There's just I'm quite cool with them getting the deal done at the best possible way. I don't get it.
If you think about it, though, you have to remember, you guys are doubting Todd Bowley's madness. Because Todd may look at that and go, why not? And just jump in there and muscle the runnings.
But he's not going to. What I'm saying is that he's saying, I'm only going to Arsenal. They're quite sure about it. They're quite sure.
Yeah, but money talks, you know, Eds.
No, you're right.
If Todd Bowley comes in and says to the agent, don't worry about holding up. Nah, we got you.
Listen, you'll send him that the WhatsApp message, with the Club World Cup trophy outside.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going to say. This is the way Chelsea moves.
It's a great tempo. Just say, listen, bro.
The stealth movers. The stealth movers.
You're in the Premier League with that gold badge on your chest, banging in bare goals.
Come to
But
Chelsea.
this is Arsenal's way. You did it with Declan Rice when City tried to do all of that. City tried to jump in, and Rice said, "No, I'm sitting tight."
But City were only prepared to pay up to a certain price, and they stepped away from it. And then
that's what they put in the public. You know, City's got money. Come on, Norms. You're talking to the
but City have done this before. City have done this before.
Yeah, and they've recently done it with Words as well, even though that looked a bit like
but that's what they put in the public. Words told them no. And
but what happened with Austin Caicedo?
Words told them no. So in the public, we're gonna say we weren't willing to pay.
But what happened with Austin Caicedo? But what happened with Austin Caicedo? We went in 115 when
that's Liverpool. I'm talking about City. Yeah,
but if City won him, they would pay the money, bro.
Exactly.
And he would have gone because he went and done the interview saying I'm going to Arsenal to win trophies.
Oh my gosh, that's oil money, man. That you don't listen. The City will put in the public. We weren't willing to pay. Yeah, no. The player told you no, and you don't like that, so we're gonna. You know what I'm saying, I just think it's slightly different with this very complicated, messy Gyökeres agent versus club deal, and. You'll get your player. You'll be super over the moon when it's done.
The way he's carrying on with his I say ex-club. We don't know yet. He could still end up going back there, but hopefully not. The way he's operating, because you look at that and say, well, you know, if he can do that with Sporting Lisbon, you know, when time comes for Arsenal and another club comes calling him, yeah, would he go and start striking and doing all this rubbish again? You know, is that a bit of a bit of an alert there to just say, well, you know, watch out.
Easy way to deal with this, Norms. You just make sure in your contract, you make sure you put certain things in there, and he has to do what he has to do. So release clause needs to be whatever you're willing to accept, if there is one. And if you do any behavior like not turn up to training, we can take your wages. And then we'll see what that's what.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Nottingham Forest, bro. These man got a secret release clause. That's secret release clause. We had Sancho and we had the obligation to buy. We didn't buy him. You know what I mean? So like everyone's finding ways around certain things.
You put something in the contract that allows
even
the club to stay in control.
But I think he's wrong. I think what's his name? I think Gyökeres is wrong to a certain extent. Yeah, because. We know about this what's it called? This gentleman agreements thing. We know about that. We've seen what happened to Kane, yeah? So when your manager moves on and you have an agreement with your manager, as in the guy at work or whatever, if he's leaving, you speak to him before he's leaving saying, yo, have you told the new manager about our agreement?
No.
If not, then I want to sort out whatever we've done with the new one. He looks like he just waited to the end and said, oh, I'm leaving, by the way. Still 50 million. And the guy was like, nah, what do you mean 50 million? You get what I'm saying? That kind of thing. And obviously, if he's coming and he's the new sporting director, because the guy that done the agreement with him is the guy that's at City now. Yeah,
yes,
and he's
that's
like,
right. Yeah.
He's at City now, so he's like, I ain't got nothing to do with that club no more. Just speak to the new guy, kind of thing. So it's like they have to sort whatever out because there's no paperwork to prove it. That's according to the City guy.
If Gyökeres stays quiet, he's gonna still be a sporting player at the end of the season. He's done what he's done because it makes it
the money though.
And they now
the
have
problem
to
is he keeps getting fined. He's gonna keep getting fined. Some people are saying that they're gonna terminate his contract, but they don't need to. They could just keep him hostage if they wanted to. Like they don't have to terminate his contract. He's the one not coming to work.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult. Listen, Sporting, you know, their president, you know, they don't make it easy for you. And so we've got this situation where it's just to do with the add-ons and the makeup of the add-ons. So look, I suppose the question I probably just want to leave with you is, as I started, is Big Berta cooking, or do we need to see more from him? And I suppose the way he's doing business is, as I say, we've just seen a number of targets that we just showed on the screen. Obviously, you know, we're still waiting for the Gyökeres thing. I think they might have announced the Mascara deal as well. And I know Madueke is at his medical and stuff like that. So that should,
he signed his contract. He signed
the contract. So in terms of the speed at which we're getting the deals done, that's good. But it's just the quality of the players that are coming in. And as I said, the only one, if we do get him and we get it over the line, is Gyökeres, that really improves the front line. I don't, and I know, as you said it, that, how can you say that until you see him kick a ball? I mean, I was listening to Kenny Ken, I can't remember whose podcast he was on last night, and he said they asked him to rate the window, right? Now, I'm rating it 4 out of 10 at the moment as it stands. He said 0 out of 10. And the reason why is because he says, I will judge them in May, which makes sense. So I think if we're talking about rating a window, you'd say potentially this is what we think the window is.
Yeah, I get it.
We won't know until we see what they do at the end. But I think we've seen some of the players and we're thinking, well, potentially he's not really improving on him, because really and truly, as when you look at our midfield compared to your midfield, who would you rather have?
No, I like ours over yours. I can't lie.
Right.
I prefer
okay. And is that going to really challenge? Because you look at Newcastle's window. You look at Newcastle's midfield. You look at City's midfield. You look at Liverpool's midfield. We're nowhere near that. If Zubamendi gets injured, Norgard, Moreno, you know what I mean? That ain't saying, his Declan Rice is going to be doing an awful lot of running this season if he gets injured. So we haven't really upgraded. And the situation with the Partey situation was that the plan was, or what I wanted to see was that Zubamendi gets slowly integrated into the side. Partey continues, because I don't think Zubamendi is better than Partey.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where we're at. So we haven't really upgraded as such.
And you don't know how Saka's going to be coming back from that injury.
Because you got to remember, guys, we've had almost 6-7 major injuries, right? So they're gonna have to come back from that. I saw Gabriel Magalhaes today in training and everything like that, going for the tackles and all that. But he's had a major surgery on his hamstring. Kai Havertz has had injury on his hamstring. You've got Saka. You've got what's the name, coming back from a knee problem. You've got an ankle problem with Timber. Declan Rice is carrying Declan Rice didn't go to Malanga because they said they want to do his own sort of training before he goes out to Singapore. But going into the season, it's going to be a tough season. There's going to be a lot of games. I can see some of them mans crashing out like come December. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important that we have the best quality players in the squad and have a quality depth of squad, so that when Arteta does look at the bench, he can say, well, I can bring him on. Because last season, when he looked at the bench, there's about 25 left backs on the bench. And Sterling. Right. You know what I mean?
This is what I was saying in terms of all the things that you're mentioning and these other clubs improving. Does that make sense? And this is where and it's not really a thing to have against Arsenal. I just feel like if everyone improves and you're still in the same position, or you've just made enough changes to catch up, you don't know what happens within the season, because that puts you back more. So if you get a big injury or something like that, or like Arsenal fans like to call it, it was unfortunate circumstances with the referee and that, you can go further back than you expect. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the problem.
Right. I just want to finish with this.
On Steam.
And this could be...
big up. I gotta go. Big up, man.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I'll take it easy, man. Thanks for coming.
Big up, Yasser, man.
Oh, yeah. God, he's got to go. Listen, this is the last thing I'm going to be coming with. Guys, if this happens, David Ornstein coming out, Liverpool make approach to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle. No formal bid and no club-to-club talks at the moment. But obviously Liverpool know that the stance with Newcastle is that he's not for sale, but communicated interest in the deal for 25-year-old Sweden international worth in the region of 120 mil.
Yeah.
Now, guys, what do you say at this? And if they get a Rodrigo as well, because obviously Diaz, he's not happy there. He wants to leave. Darwin Núñez, they're going to get decent money from the guys if they end up going. Yeah. They're now in talks with Ekatike, maybe because they maybe know that. And what's the situation with that? Because Newcastle put in a bid for Ekatike, and then Liverpool rocked up and said, "Bro, listen, it's either you want Ekatike or we get your man. What is it to be?"
This is what we call transfer window dominoes, right? Where when one happens, the other one happens. So if Isak goes to Liverpool, then Newcastle use the Isak money to get Ekatike. But Newcastle will not want Frankfurt to know they've got 120 million to spend. So Liverpool say, we want at Isak, go and get Ekatike first so that you get your best possible deal. But we need to agree something in principle now so that we know when that happens, we can go and get Isak and everyone's happy. So that's one case scenario. Another case scenario is that I think it's a smokescreen that Newcastle might be under financial pressure and PSR and all of that. Liverpool are saying, look, we can help you out by taking Isak. And if you don't take the money, we'll go get this guy, Ekatike.
Yeah.
And then this is my last theory is that actually I don't think my friend won't like me saying this. I don't think Isak will go to Liverpool because Newcastle won't want to lose him. Simple as that. So there's three things that can happen here. It's all three.
Plus, I would add to that I would think it would be more than the 120. That's what I think. I think if Liverpool are showing intent, I think because, like you say, Newcastle haven't been able to spend the money they wanted to spend because remember these guys are the richest club in the Premier League, and they've had to be really strategic in the way they spend money. So if they say, right, okay, well, you know what, they want him. So 120, let's say 135, 140, push the envelope to 150 and be a bit cheeky and get knocked back to 145. Don't be surprised, no. And that helps them out hugely in terms of how they can spend towards the end of the window. So the 120 might be even a bit light. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's mad. But your theory is
big up.
Your theory is in terms of that whole domino thing where they're saying, go get this brother, and then we do the deal that you don't overpay. That could be Liverpool saying, okay, we're going to help you out by not showing the financial end. And that's why I said to JP that sometimes I wish like the Cunha deal could have been undisclosed. That way Brentford coming with just saying, you just pay this for Cunha. Yeah. If it was an undisclosed fee, then no one knows what we paid for him. And then you go and do your other dealings. But every time everything's out in the open, then other teams know what money you have. So
what money you got.
You just spent that on him, or you just sold him for that. And obviously, we haven't sold anybody. We haven't sold anybody, so we can't even say we just sold him for that. It's just that we just bought him for that, when apparently we had no money.
Yeah,
and we just done that.
That's exactly it.
Easy to do. Yeah.
That's exactly it. That's exactly my thinking.
It's a mad one. It really is a mad one. In terms of being in stalemate, like you guys know, you're in stalemate. It's a striker you want. We're in stalemate in both ends of the window, trying to get the attacker we need, they call them the Manchester Five now. You know, they're running jokes on these people on social media. The Manchester Five. I was like, get out of here with that. But you know what I mean? That's how mad it's got. It's very circus-like, and as big clubs, you want your club to just go handle the business that is necessary to move forward, and we need to move forward. We got to be in the top 10 this season, no. If we're not, what are we doing here? Like Saeed, I watched Saeed, and Saeed said that he's going to go to his lawyer and see if he can draw up a contract to get him kicked out of the top 6 because he's just going to get bantered for the whole season. And I went, that's hilarious. Because I can't show up for the top 6. What am I doing? Showing up for the top 6? But
do you think though that Liverpool get there, man? Do you think they'll get him, or do you think Newcastle will dig their heels in? Because the thing is, why I'm saying that, because I'm sure now that they're not affected by PSR now.
Well, that's the thing. Do they need to sell and weaken themselves to a rival? Because Newcastle will look at them as a rival now. Yeah,
because what was their reason for going in for Ekatike as well? Because I know they've lost Wilson on a free now. Because having that second striker, but that's that. With Hedy Howe, he probably likes playing with 2 strikers sometimes.
Yeah.
So because maybe he's looking
it makes sense. No, it makes sense for them to keep Isak and go for the other guy. Actually, makes sense.
Right now, I think. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I know Eintracht Frankfurt was asking something like 100 million euros.
Right.
Now, I don't know whether Liverpool will pay that kind. They're probably selling the project. Yeah. And maybe getting for, I don't know, maybe 80 million euros, something like that.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, Norm. If they do sell Isak, they're still going to be in the market for a second striker. So they may go after him from Villa. Watkins. They may go after Ollie Watkins or something because they're not going to leave themselves short with just one striker if they sell Isak to Liverpool. So it's still, like I said, that domino effect still doesn't stand still. If Isak goes, they're going to be back in the market like us in the market. So now we're competing with Newcastle for a striker, which could be
I think. You know what I mean? I think what Newcastle will do is just play hardball. And let it just stretch out to the end of the thing. Now, what they may be doing whilst that's all going on, they may be sort of scouring the thing and thinking, right, because if 150 million is not a lot to sniff at in terms of if Liverpool come with 150 million, you're thinking, well, do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll have to see what happens. That's 150 in your coffers, but they might say no because listen, we've got Champions League football as well. Maybe they're saying to him, give us one more year. I think put it this way: if he doesn't go this year, he'll definitely go next year. But Arsenal would have to be. Well, I'll say Arsenal have to be in that conversation because I think now with us, if we do get Coquerez, I can't see us getting another striker. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, remember we was linked with him from time. You know what I mean? Isak from time. You know what I mean? But because when he was playing for Real Sociedad, I think he wasn't really banging in the goals as such. Newcastle took a punt on him, paid 60+ million for him, and now look how he's turned out, one of the best strikers in Europe. You know what I mean? So
that's something else to consider as well, Norm, is that going to Liverpool means he doesn't have to uproot his family.
Yeah.
In terms of, I mean, now I'm playing in the South. If he comes to just say he came to you guys. So in terms of geography, that Liverpool move would make sense for him. That I can do the move without really upheaving the family.
Yeah.
And just commute to Liverpool from Newcastle. It's not a mad commute, to be fair. And players do this all the time, you know what I mean? So
what I would say though, if they do get him, it could be all over for the league. Especially, and if they get Rodrigo as well, it could be all over. Dynasty. It could be a Liverpool dynasty for a few years because they're showing intent right now. They've won the league last season at Akansa, took their foot off the gas, and then they've gone back this season in the window. If they do end up getting Isak and they pay 150 mil, 120 mil, add that to what they've spent already, you know what I mean? You're talking 300 something mil these guys have spent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm still getting Liverpool fans telling me that, we ain't got money like that. If you do this deal, you have. If they do this deal, you got money like that.
You've got to remember, last season they only spent on Kaiser, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And the season before that, so they 2 windows they didn't really spend. That's the summer window and the winter.
Well, the season before that, then they bring in Grabenberg and them, man.
Yeah, them man. So they spent X 100 and something million then.
Yeah,
but they've got money. They've got money, and plus, not only of that, they've got assets. Yeah, Kwanzaa's gone, right? They can probably get about 50 mil for Darwin Núñez. Diaz, they turned down from, was it Bayern Munich? They turned down.
I think they want to keep him though. Diaz, I don't think they want him gone.
I know, but if they, I suppose what Liverpool are saying is we value him at this. If you hit that, Diaz is like 20. Diaz is about 27, something like that.
Thereabouts. Yeah,
he's not a young man. He's not young. You know what I mean? He's not young. Yeah. So if the teams that are coming in for him, if they meet the target fee for Liverpool, then there's a chance that they will sell him because Diaz wants out. He wants out. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll have to just watch this space going forward with that. But I'm hoping that Newcastle dig their heels in. Not to say that we're going to challenge Liverpool either whether they get him or not, but it will just make it even worse for everybody and the league. You know what I mean? I only see one winner. One winner there. As
me looking in, Norm, I need a Chelsea, I need an Arsenal to upset the apple cart. I don't need these getting 21-21 at Anfield. And I don't want to hear them songs, the ones.
Nah, that's crazy.
So I need you man to come through and just.
Okay, Diaz has done a U-turn. So we're saying, Jay, is he saying that he wants to stay? Is that what you're saying now? Is that what you've read up? If that's the case, then fair play. Then you ain't gonna get. You're gonna.
Because you have to remember as well with the whole death of Jota. That changed the dynamics on what they would have wanted to let go in terms of attacking forces. So obviously that wasn't, that's not a planned death or a planned transfer, as it were. He transitioned, and so So I think even they would have had to look at it and say, okay, obviously didn't see that coming. So now, do we sell who we really wanted to push, or do we say, okay, let's hold on? And like what you said, Norm, look down the bench and know that you can call upon quality to come in and change the trajectory of the game in that moment. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So maybe the Diaz thing is that he's looked at all that's gone on and decided that, you know what, yeah, I'm going to stay put for now. It don't even look right moving on in these circumstances. So we'll see, man. It's
Well,
crazy.
listen, we'll see. But big up to the chat. Big up to everybody in the chat. Yeah, please
chat was active, man.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you are new. Ez, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate your time.
Always.
You know what I mean? Say Liverpool. Yeah. There could be another problem this season, and as Big D says, he doesn't want to see them with that 21 title.
I don't want to hear them songs.
He's banking on us. He's banking on Man City, and he's banking on Chelsea. Chelsea are the dark horses.
That apple cart, boy.
Yeah, Chelsea are the dark horses. Because after what they did in the World Cup, you know what I mean? And they're going to be holding that title for 4 years. Another trophy in the bag. And the question is who's more successful? Who's the biggest team in London? This is the question.
That's not a question. That's not a question.
Just stop before I remove you. Before I remove you. Let me say, I dare you let it come out your mouth. I dare you. But what I would say is, listen, that's what I knew he was going to put in the chat. I knew. It's not a question.
Not a question.
It's not a question. But look, what I would say is that people, look, Arsenal, go and win some trophies now. Stop being a banter club now. Yeah. Go and win some trophies. If we get the Gokwes deal over the line, I'm not saying that's the thing that's going to help us win the league, because I think we still need to do more. But I think the biggest barrier to us is our manager, Mikel Arteta. So it doesn't matter who we get, top quality players. I don't see us winning the league with that manager. I've got
one question.
Okay.
One question before we go.
Before we go, yeah.
If Liverpool was to sign Isak for 120 mil, 150 mil, how many goals should he be expected to get?
For me, just the way they attack, he's going to be dropping 25 goals next season.
Yeah.
As in, not what do you expect him to do?
Yeah, 25.
25?
Well, you've got, obviously, you've got Salah there as well. Yeah, you got Mo Salah there as well.
You're going to see Salah's
numbers
increase. Yeah, you'll see his assists.
His assists will increase.
Yeah.
But his goals might drop.
Yeah, his goals might drop, yeah.
Waha is saying 20. 20.
Yeah, he's got to be up there.
Wow.
20,
I think 20 is enough. Listen, look at it. Ed, look at their attack.
Yeah.
Look at their attack.
Wow.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Their attack is crazy, brother.
But if you look at it,
what you say? So what you say then? What you say?
If I'm paying 120 million for a striker, not a midfielder, not a defender, not a goalkeeper, a striker, but he's got Mbuema got 19 goals last season.
20.
Yeah.
20.
20. Yeah.
Risa got 19. 19.
Yeah.
You understand? I think I'm going 30 minimum
target.
That's
120 mil. 25 or not.
Well, that's what Jay's agreed with you. 30 goals.
30 goals. There you go. 30 goals. Yeah.
Wow.
I think you guys are right.
Let me tell you something. If he gets 30 goals,
that's over.
120 mil.
Yeah, that's over.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what you're paying for him, in terms of the service that he's going to get playing for Liverpool, you probably say that. What if question then? If Gokwes played for Liverpool, how many goals do you think you would get?
It has to be the same.
Well, it has to be the same, but obviously you're not paying that money. But I would expect 30 goals from Gokwes.
Right.
Well.
All right. Goals, okay, wait. Okay, stop then. Play for Arsenal. How many goals do you think he gets?
I think 20.
You see what I mean? It drops by 10. Why?
It just does.
Because we don't create as much as Liverpool. I know there's this stat. There must be a thing out there, some stat out there about how much we create and all that, and XGs and expected assists and all of that, man. I just see with the eyes, and when I see Liverpool attack, it's different levels, brother.
He doesn't play for us.
Yeah, it's different levels. Yeah, he doesn't play for Arsenal. Yeah. All right, mate. Listen. All right, I get it. But hopefully, he will be with us. You know what I mean? Hopefully. By the way, Jason, I'm winning the fantasy league. Big D, Salah, Isak, Joey Gomez in defense. So
big up, Jay. Big up, man. I love that.
When the season starts, she will be. She's looking forward to the fantasy league. She's been.
It's going to be interesting as well.
What is
in the fantasy?
Coming out? Yeah.
Just like price wise, I think there's some crazy pricing. It's going to be very hard to pick a strong.
It's going to be interesting
because of what you're going to pay for them strikers.
Yeah.
13 and 14 million nonsense. You know what I mean?
Madness.
But it's going to be good. It's going to be good still.
Madness. But listen, people. Yeah, so
I'll get the notices. As soon as I get the notices, then I'll be getting that out in the chat. So if anybody wants to jump on that fantasy league this season, I'll get it out early. And then
so people, anybody watching this on replay or whatever, we are doing a what's going on fantasy league, which we run every year. And if you want to join, Big D will put it in the chat near the time. And you can join that. Last time we had about 16 or 17.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
So hopefully, the more people, it'd be nice to see some different people want to join.
Sure.
So we will definitely put that in the chat. I might even put it on. What I might actually do, Big D, is if you send me all the details, I can put it on one of the community page.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
People can get the code and that. Yeah. So
that's right.
If you send me the ddetails, I can get that sorted out. And then if anybody wants to join, just let me know the deadline date and all of that. So if you just send me like a little blurb,
because it's normally that you register your team before the first kickoff.
Okay.
So once your team is registered, it doesn't matter if you join it later, but bear in mind that you'll be a game missing if you join the league later. So just get your league done and then join all your leagues. Get your team registered and join all your leagues. That's what I would say.
So listen, when you're ready to do it, do it.
Yeah, man.
So I can get it out in time.
No problem.
And just let them know that obviously get your team sorted out before the first kickoff, Premier League kickoff and that. And we'll see how we go this. Hopefully we'll have some more joining it. And we haven't forgotten about JP. He will be doing his forfeit. Yeah, you know what I mean? He himself even suggested. So JP, if you're watching this on replay, we haven't forgotten. You will be doing your forfeit. At the moment, I don't know what we're going to do. So somebody needs to let me know what we can do with him. You know what I mean? Because he refuses to wear an Arsenal shirt. So are we going back to another Pepper team?
Stop giving him choices.
Well, listen. Let's be thinking of. What I'm saying is he has to do it before the league starts. All right. So he ain't getting away with it. And he has to do it before the league starts. So that's what it is. But people, big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to everybody. As I say, big up to JP. So big JP. Big up to Ez, sorry. Big up to Big D. Thanks for coming on, sharing the time. Big up to Yasser as well, for coming on as well. And listen, we go again next week. Hopefully I'll be doing this and not that egg on my face. Right, we've got to get this. We got to get this deal over the line. We have to get this deal over the line. But people, please hit the like button, subscribe and share, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Take care, guys.